Hi, I'm Donut Your Cowman, and for the first time in a long time, I'm going to be unboxing a Figma. I just got this. I found it for $50, $51 on Amazon. It's supposed to be like new, and it's Super Sonico, the Super Sonico Figma. I've been looking for this for ages, possibly more than a year at this point, because you go to conventions and you go online and you find a lot of Super Sonico Figmas and she's all in her bikini without the extra accessories. Whoops. Like this one comes with a guitar. You can't see it very much because of the glare. She has a hoodie. She has a couple different faces. I don't know if she comes with extra hands the way a lot of other Figmas do, but let's find out. Box art's pretty cute. Has her both with and without her hood in a few different poses. Super Sonico. No. Yeah. I don't know the kanji there, but you can kind of sound the rest of it out. And then the box has some other images of her. She kind of has balloon boobs in these poses. I don't mind too much. It looks a little bit more natural on the figure itself. But let's open and find out. I will post a link in the description to the store that I got this from, but it was fulfilled through Amazon Prime. So. And apparently its product number is 169. Yeah, funny. There it goes. Some warnings in Japanese on the inside. Probably don't give this to your children because they will choke. Background is just some stars and stuff, nothing too crazy, with the Super Sonico logo. Oh, I was wrong. She does have hands. She has a lot of hands. I'm surprised they didn't show that in the actual plastic. So, let's get out the accessories first. Whoops. Here's the bag all the Figmas come with that have their accessories inside them. And here's her stand and her hands. So she has a clenched fist, an almost identical clenched fist with one finger up, hand for holding something, and peace sign. This one has a little bit of an open hand, but otherwise they're almost the same. She comes with an instruction booklet. So it has her faceplates, it has her hands, which 8 instructions, all in Japanese. I could try to sound this all out since they helpfully included the kana, but it would be boring and probably incomprehensible. So it also has some very nice illustrations, the how-tos, just the little instruction booklet. Here's her sculpted hair, and this is actually really cute. You can see her headphones in there. You can see her hair, little hooded ears. Sorry, don't mind my cat. She's she's scratching a box. And then here's her hoodie with the little, I think those are cat. Yeah, little overlaid cat silhouettes, which is an interesting detail. Then here, I know that some people have actually bought this figure specifically for this accessory and no other reason. Little guitar. I think it'll be really fun to put on my other Figmas. It does have a little bit of detail on the back. And the strap is a very flexible, is it rubber? I think it's rubber. It's not super stretchy or anything, but it's flexible. One review for this figure where they had one of the little knobs miscolored or something, but mine looks just fine. So here is Sonico herself. This is the pose that she comes in the box. Can, according to this illustration, just pop her head right off. So, sorry Sonico, I know we just met. I should do that for the camera. There it goes. Whoops. So she has a very cute face, I think. I know a lot of people tend to have a very specific idea of how her face is supposed to be. I'm sorry, the camera's not zooming in very well. The colors don't show up very nicely, but rest assured this looks a lot better in person. She has her mouth open a little bit, really cute blush. You can see her eyebrows under the bangs. All of her hair is actually just a little bit soft and bendy, which is nice so that you don't wind up snapping it off. And then her little earbuds, headphones. Then there's the top of her hood, which comes off separately. Even on this hood, you can see little cat ears. It's really cute. Here, let's see what a lot of people bought the figure for, her chest. They paid a lot of attention to detail there. I appreciate it. It doesn't look like on the back the tail isn't jointed. It doesn't look like it can move at all. Except it is, the same kind of bendy plastic as I think Kurapika's clothes were. So it's very flexible. It's easy to move. Her feet, unlike my other Figmas, are not jointed on the soles of the feet, so they might not be able to stand up as well or even be as expressive in their poses, which is unfortunate. This was probably made, I'm not sure, it seems like it was probably made earlier than the Hunter x Hunter lines. Okay to me. She has very cute legs. I've heard some people say that her legs are a little bit thicker than most Figmas in a good way. But if you look at her knees, they're actually absurdly skinny. I would kill for knees like that, but it does look a little bit strange from certain angles. There are some things hanging down from her skirt. I'm sure that's supposed to be part of her clothing. Maybe those are supposed to be her pockets. So there's one broken face. Again, not very well caught on my camera, but you could find better pictures of it online. She's just very sad. I don't think I'm going to give her that. She's really pretty. And then there's a cute little winking face. I think I'll give her that because she's happy to be here. So I finally figured out you have to pull it from a weird angle. Instead of pulling straight out, you need to pull it down and out. And now it finally came off. That took, not sure how long. Too long. That's okay, Sonico's worth it, so put her face back on. So the difference between her bangs, there isn't much. They actually gave her a little bit more pink shading, very hard to tell with this camera, but for the hair that's supposed to be inside the hood, it's a little bit darker with the pink, which is nice. And they also did something very subtle that I really don't know if you'll be able to see. See her hair kind of jetting out towards her face, curling around her face there. It's a little exaggerated compared to this. The big difference, though, is on the back. You can't just interchange them because of the shape of the little knob. This stuff is on. Kind of cute, right? Like she's wearing a little kurta. So I'm still going to pop off the head again and try to put on the other one. The much easier one. Oh, here's a detail I didn't mention. She actually has little zippers to change out her hands. She's pretty excited to see us. But I think she's going to play some guitar. This hand is actually really delicate. I didn't realize it was for guitar when I saw it the first time, but very, very nicely sculpted hand. This hand, I didn't even notice it has a little white foot. I'm so surprised that they didn't bother to advertise this or anything. She's more reserved of a pose, but there she is. She's just playing guitar. Again, strap is falling right off. So yeah, that's not too hard to put together. Oh, so this is a nice little stepping forward to play some blues for people at college. I don't know. She really is a cute little figure. My only complaint would be that it's very hard to get her hooded head up and down, and that her foot isn't jointed. And you can see Kurapika and the other Hunter x Hunter figurines have that little in the ball of their foot. I've heard that that kind of helps the figurine to stand up without a stand, but I think it really adds to the pose when they're moving around. They're just about the same size. I'm really glad I have this figure now. I think it's really cute. Fortunately, I don't change the poses too much, so hopefully the hood thing won't be a problem. Maybe one of the only issues that I didn't really say is that you can't really turn her head to the side even when she doesn't have a hood on because her hair is molded in a specific way. If you want to see any more figurine unboxings in the future, send me some money so I can buy more Figmas. But yeah, that's not going to happen. But I hope this helped if you're trying to decide whether or not to buy Super Sonico. I'll post a link. You can also sometimes find her on Amiami's website, she's not listed as new anymore, but sometimes you still see her in the secondhand marketplace there. So Have a nice day.